Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Daily Diaries Kenya. I'm your co-host and guest today. My name is Anita Amondi and I have my guest here. She can introduce herself.
This is Audrey. I'm a guest at Daily Diaries, Kenya. And subscribe, share, and like. Make sure to watch this video to the end.
And there's Cindy behind the camera. Cindy, say hi.
Hi guys, I'm Cindy. I'm behind the camera and I'm a co-host as well. So you'll just be hearing my voice, but you'll not be seeing me. Karibu.
Yay.
Okay, so let's start. I thought Anita was going to start us off, but yeah, Audrey, just tell the audience a little bit about yourself. Who is Audrey?
That is quite a difficult question to explaining yourself. It seems like a job interview, but it's not. Audrey is, let's say, my age. No, I'm just a young youth, and I'm trying to figure out life and see where it gets me. And me God.
I know Audrey is she's a little bit shy, but not that shy.
Is she a Gen Z?
She's a Gen Z, yeah. By the way, Audrey's a Gen Z.
I love that.
You know, me and Anita are not Gen Zs. But Audrey's a Gen Z. Ni kale kade mwenye aogopi kukuambia
Like most Gen Zs, they're
unaona
very
like
assertive and
we continue. Yeah, so I was saying that about Audrey, but she's a vibe. That's how I came to connect with her. So yeah, today we just want to vibe with her.
she's representing Gen Z.
She's representing Gen Z.
I love Gen Z. They're so expressive. They're assertive. They have this confidence that my generation does not have.
I'm also trying to figure out, especially in the workplace, how it's going to be in the next 10 years with Gen Zs. Like, I think there will be no people working in the office. Literally, they'll be saying, this is a work I can be doing from home. Let me work from home. And
Yes.
hakuna kitu tutawaambia by the way.
To speak your mind, because
They speak their mind.
just ain't it.
It's but it's not giving anymore. Anyway, yeah, so that's I was describing Audrey. So Audrey, I don't know if I'm wrong or right.
No, you're right. I think I'm quite assertive, and I'll tell you to your face if I don't like what you're doing to me. So I try sometimes, but saa zingine mi ufumble.
That's the spirit.
But that's the spirit anyway. So I think let me give Anita. Anita and I by now she's a familiar face, but let her just introduce herself as well.
So my name is Anita Amondi. I'm a co-host and a guest today, a moderator. Yes. Cindy, what are we talking about today?
So today we want to talk about relationship. We want to compare relationship in the millennial and with the Gen Zs.
Okay, interesting.
Because I know mostly we are going to speak about our experience, but also all the things we are seeing right now happening. Yeah. So let me start with the millennial. Anita, tell us how like what's the difference with let me say romantic relationships, and what's the difference with back then and like right now? What are you seeing to be the difference?
Back then, you mean our time? You're making me feel so old.
Let me say 5 years ago.
5 years ago, 5 years ago, I was still really young. Is there really like much of a difference like 5 years ago and right now?
Yeah, a difference is always measured in 5 years' time.
I think today I see a lack of commitment in most relationships, unlike Kitambo, and people tend to just flow with everything that comes their way. There's no commitment. They don't take relationships seriously. Yes, it's like today relationships are just like a moment of pleasure. Yeah, I don't know. and I'm not liking it.
You're not liking
Yes,
it.
I'm not.
You are
I
you
wish we could go back to our
when
time
people had
when we really
commitments.
fell in love with good
You
intentions.
wrote
Today it's
letters.
just we wrote letters, we expressed our feelings. Today, if a man expresses his feelings, he's called a simp, and it's a bad thing. So I miss the good old days. Yeah,
I know Akina Audrey are in an era where they didn't even receive any letter in school. Audrey, tell us
I
a little
guess.
bit.
No, I did receive letters in school, but I think with the Gen Z, I'm a little bit into the millennial era because I've always had this fantasy of having a Barbie love story, princess fairy tale, but then it doesn't work out like that. But the Gen Z, most of them are like quick to leave at any slightest opportunity. It's just about having fun, go with the flow. If it ends, it ends. If it doesn't,
Team
good.
team good vibes and inshallah. If they're not good vibes, they pack and go. Oh my goodness.
We don't have time to fight for relationships. I have been there, but I think I'm in that era where I'm not able to fight for a man anymore. Yeah.
I think we are also coming from a place where we liked commitment. We liked like assurance, nini nini. Hizo tu the good things in a relationship, but they are fading.
Away.
They're
Yeah.
like
They're fading away.
slowly fading away.
It's not in fashion
It's not
anymore.
in fashion anyway. So I was in a place and I was listening to some Gen Zs speaking. Like literally they were they were young, but I'm not saying I'm old. They were young.
They're younger than you.
They were just younger than me. And the things they were saying, oh my goodness, I said, where are we going to be in the next even 3 years, leave alone 5 years? So yeah. So do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? Like this lack of commitment, people are just there for the moment.
There's the upside and the downside to it. I think the upside is when you lower your expectations, you end up not getting hurt. But then when things get serious and now you bring kids into it, and now there's that lack of commitment. If something goes wrong, like you are ready to leave at the slightest inconvenience, and then there's a little human being looking up to you too. I think that's the downside to it. Yeah. So we need to go back to the good old days.
Um, in this era, just as she said, we need to like get to that time where everyone valued being loved and loving back, because it's not there anymore. It's just we're just in that time of let's have sex, have a good time, and it's done. I don't think that's supposed to be it. I still want to have that fairy tale love story.
Audrey, you've not watched a lot of movies. I hope you've not watched a lot of movies.
I've watched a lot of movies, but I still want to have that fairy tale like love stories, and I want to experience the whole of it. Yeah.
But you're still young. Imagine you will.
You
Yeah, I'm
will
still
believe me,
young.
it exists.
Yeah,
It's out there
you're
and
very
it will
young.
find
It
you.
will find you. So the thing
Yes.
is,
You sure?
you don't go looking for it. Let it find you.
Let it find you. Just be you, you do
It
you,
will find
and it
you
will
when you
definitely
are
find
really
you.
at peace. When you least expect it, then you'll
I'm
get
trying
it.
to stand on business, so let's see how it goes.
Okay. And then another thing that used to be there was like good dates. Anita, can you relate? Like
Yes.
good
You'd meet
dates.
a man, you go out on a date,
You
he buys you
plan.
whatever it is he could afford. I remember my very first date. The very first time I went on a date, I was 18 years old and we went to sports ground. Don't laugh. This guy just bought me a bottle of soda, Fanta. We were sitting on the grass, and that was one of the best dates I've ever had.
She had a
The guy was
picture.
just telling me how much he loved me.
I
I
wish,
was blushing. We were kissing. Yes.
I
In
wish you had.
public.
Yes, we were hiding somewhere, but there were people around, of course, but I didn't even care whether people were looking or not. I
I wish.
was into him that much. Yeah.
So that was your first
That was
boyfriend.
my very first boyfriend, very first date.
Eh,
And such things don't exist anymore. What's
Imagine,
happening?
To be
imagine.
honest, I don't remember the last time I went on a date. It
Ah,
has been a while.
for real.
So,
Yes.
what do you people do when you meet someone and you like them? And what do you do for first
They
occasions?
vibe on phone.
You just vibe on the phone.
These men just want to get in their houses.
Like
Wow.
I think also people have become so stingy in this life because for me I still value so like let's go out for dinner for lunch.
Do you think people are so stingy, or is it the whole societal expectation? Like right now, if you want to take a girl out on a date, they expect you to take them somewhere 5 star, like dinner, candlelit dinner. She dresses up nice, and that's expensive.
No, I
You know,
don't
right
think
now
it.
you can't find a young lady like Audrey, then unampeleka huko sports ground with a bottle of soda. She
No,
won't
but
appreciate it at all.
again, even if it's not like sports ground with a bottle of soda, and not again to five-star hotel, let me say Acacia in Kisumu, there are places that are moderately cheap that maybe you'll just spend 1,000 both of you. Even 1,000 can be more. Maybe you'll just spend even 700 both of you. You remember the other time you were having lunch, we spent like
Yes.
700 both of us, and we had like really good time.
But there's some young guys who can't afford that right now. Trust you me. Like the guy I was dating back then, we were both out of high school. We were both from high school. We had just cleared KC, like high school. We had both cleared high school. So a guy like that cannot afford 700 shillings size.
You cannot afford it. Why are you chasing love?
Oh my God. So, so a guy who cannot afford to take you out for dinner that does not deserve to be loved.
I'm one person who doesn't really value someone being rich as much, but just small efforts will make sense to me and I'd really appreciate it. So if you cannot um, just spare like 700 bob for us to go to just a restaurant and get some food, why are you chasing love?
Wow.
Chase the money.
That's what I like about Gen Z. And she's very correct. You know, at that age, a guy should be focusing on yourself, building yourself, and growing yourself, not on chasing girls.
Because I can practically pay for that 700 bob date. So why can't you do that for me?
Yeah, that's right.
So there's also this story that has been trending from yesterday. I think yesterday till today morning. If Anita is not much of an Instagram person, but I know Audrey and I we are both Instagram people. So there's this young girl, 19-year-old Whitney. Audrey, you saw
Oh,
the
yeah,
story,
I've seen.
and the boyfriend Warren. So the girl is literally a first year, 19,
semester.
first semester, 19 years. And then the boy, yuko 40 years, ndio? I think 40 or something like,
But he's older than her.
yeah, very old, much,
few
not
years older.
not that much older, but
Just
I
a
think
few
2
years. Oh, yeah.
or 3. But the thing is, the boy is like towards finishing the school, finishing the higher campus. But then this girl is pregnant. You see, she's a Gen Z. So the thing that's like made her trend, it's her response towards. Okay, they are more of a celeb because I think they do YouTube together.
Oh.
And then now she's a celeb. Now she was like, I'm trending because people are talking about my pregnancy. Like they took the initiative of just going out there and saying now they're pregnant, they're expecting a baby. And the reaction was like, you are still young, you needed to focus on education. Like you just needed, this man could have just let you finish school first.
Yes.
Like literally you are young and it's not going to be easy to balance school and the baby.
And mother.
You'll have to choose one for a moment. So the girl was like, huh? And then another thing that people are saying is that man, definitely you're not going anywhere, like you
It's a
guys
red flag.
you
Actual red flag.
you guys are not going anywhere, mnaenda kuachana. So the girl was like, as young as she was defending that man and saying like people think people are saying